Okay, first we're going to learn some vocab. I'm going to show you some examples. You and your partner are going to discuss what is the difference between these examples, and then we'll come up with a definition. Okay, first we're going to look at sequence and series. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples. Sequence, for example, 3, 2, 1, 0, ... Series, 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus ... Okay, so talk to your partner. What is the difference between sequence and series? Okay, Andy and Alana, what do you guys think? Did you guys get to talk about it? No. Okay, talk to each other. I'm going to come back to you. How about Giselle and Brady?
One is like counting and the other is just like adding, subtracting.
Okay. All right. Did you guys talk yet? Still silent. Okay. All right. You're going to answer the next question then. Okay. Very good. So sequence is a list of numbers, and then series, we're going to add them up. But sequence is not just a list, any list. It's an ordered list of numbers. An ordered list of numbers. Ordered means that there is a pattern. Okay, so sequence is an ordered list of numbers, meaning that there is a pattern. So for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You don't have to write this down. And like negative 3, 5, 10, negative 120. Which one is a sequence and which one is not? Okay, is the top one a sequence? Okay, raise your hand if you think it is a sequence. Okay, why? Let's call somebody. Sebastian, why?
It's all even numbers.
All even numbers, so there's a pattern. Okay, how many, for the second one, the one that starts with negative 3, how many people think that is a sequence? How many people think it's not a sequence? Okay, Chad, why is it not a sequence?
Well, it's kind of just like a bunch of like random numbers, like there's kind of like no order, it's just like no pattern.
Yeah, that's correct. So, and that is just a list of numbers. There is no pattern to it. That is not a sequence. Okay, it's just a list. Okay, so make sure you know the difference between the two. All right, second one, series. Series is the sum of the sequence. Okay, series, we're going to add up all the numbers in the sequence. Okay, so those are two vocab we're going to basically study. We're going to have a few sections on each kind. Next, two kinds of sequence or series, arithmetic or geometric. So again, I'm going to show you some examples, and you and your partner are going to discuss what is the difference between the two. First one, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, ... Second one, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, ... Okay, talk to your partner. What is the difference between arithmetic and geometric? Okay, so I did say Andy and Alana has to answer the next one. Okay, so what do you guys think? What's the difference? It has to do with how you get the next number. Both of them. The way you get the next number is different. No? Okay. All right. I'm going to find some question that you guys had to answer. How about Allison and Daniel? Okay, the second one's multiplied by 2, and then the first one? In order Add 1. Okay. So can someone else does anyone else have a definition? How about Sally and Nathan? No? No. Okay, let me give you another example, and then hopefully this time will be more clear. Okay, so arithmetic versus geometric. Okay, arithmetic, something like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, ... Geometric, 3, 9, 27, shoot. Oh man, I can't do this in my head. 81. I've already figured out the pattern. Okay, so talk to your partner. What is the difference between the two? Okay, Mark and Blake.
Arithmetic is adding by, and geometric is multiplying by 3.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Eva and Sebastian, what do you guys think? Eva, you're just smiling, shaking your head.
I don't know, arithmetic is adding by 5 and geometry is multiplying.
Okay, all right. So in general, arithmetic is adding or subtracting. Geometric is multiplying or dividing. Okay, so it has to do with how you get to the next number. Let's write this in a clear definition. So arithmetic is that you are going to find the difference or the difference between consecutive. Consecutive means one after the other. Terms is constant. So to get to the next number, the difference, remember difference means the next number minus the previous number. Difference means the result of subtracting. Is constant. So from one number to the next number, you're just going to remember it's add or subtract. Okay, geometric, the ratio between consecutive terms is constant. Okay, ratio, remember, it has to do with fraction. So to get to the next number, we multiply or divide by a fraction or a number. Okay, notice the words difference and ratio. So because for arithmetic, to get to the next number, we add a number or we subtract the number, and we call that word difference. Starts with D, which is why we write D here, like on the warm-up. D for arithmetic, meaning we are going to add or subtract. And then when we get to geometric, we're going to use R for ratio. All right, now let's look at examples. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, this is very easy. What kind of sequence is this? Is it arithmetic or geometric? Talk to your partner. Is it arithmetic or geometric, and why? Blake disagrees. Yeah. Andy and Alana, you guys ready? Okay, Andy, what kind of sequence? Okay, Alana, why? Good, because we're adding 2. Okay, good. So we can see that the next number is going to be 11 and 13 and 15, right? Okay, so the first number in the list, we always call A1 because it's the first term. And then the second term we're going to call A2. Third term is A3, A4, and so on. The last number of a sequence, we call that AN, because it's the last one. We ended the sequence. What do you guys think we're going to call the term before the last one? The second to the last. What will we call this one? Yes, AN minus 1. The one before the last one. All right. So let's go ahead and write down the definition again. So a sequence is an ordered list of numbers. In this question, what is the rule? How do we get to the next number? Add 2, so D is 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to write two formulas. So kind of like what you did here on the warm-up. We're going to write the formula, but there are two ways. First one is called recursive. Recursive formula. Recursive formula means the formula in terms of the previous number or AN minus 1. Okay, so for example, I stop at 15. So I'm going to ask you, what is the next number? What's the next number? 17. So then recursive formula says, I ask, what is the next number? You're going to tell me, whatever that last one is plus 2. Okay, and then I will say, so what was the last number? And you tell me, the one before that plus 2. And I really want to find that number, so I said, okay, what is that number before that? And you said, well, the number before that plus 2. So recursive formula is just telling me the number before plus 2. But that's really kind of not a good rule, right? Because you're always telling me to go to the previous one, right? So it's not helpful unless you tell me what is the first number. Or else we're just adding 2 from where? I don't know. So you have to tell me what A1 is. Okay, so to summarize that, sorry, that was very long. Recursive formula, what you have to do is write the formula as the previous number plus the difference. But that is not enough. You need to tell me what is A1. So those are the two things you need for a recursive formula. Both of them has to be in there for it to count. Okay, if you only have one, it's not good enough. You need a wake-up candy. Does anyone else need wake-up candy? Just in case you're tired. Okay, so just pass it around. I have a lot of these. All right. Okay. Okay, so if we look at this question here, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so how would you write A3 in terms of A2? So how do you get to A3 from A2? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. A3 is 5. Maybe I should do this. A3 is 5. A2 is 2. So how do you get from 3 to 5? This way? How do you get from 3 to 5? I've been asking the same question. Okay, we add 2, right? Which means add 2 here. Okay, how do you get to A6 from A5? Add 2, thank you, Blake. Okay. Okay, so then how would you write AN in terms of AN minus 1? The same answer for all three. Add 2, thank you. Add 2. Okay, but the second part is you got to tell me what A1 is. A1 is 1. All right, that is recursive formula. Again, recursive formula, you guys all got, okay. Recursive formula has to do with the previous number. So whatever the previous number is, and then you tell me what to add to get to the next one. The second part is you got to tell me what A1 is. Second part. This is called the explicit formula. Explicit formula means we are just going to find that number by n. Tell me the term number, I will find it. Okay, that is just like number 7 on your warm-up with your partner. So an has to do with the first number, right? The first number plus n minus 1, because there's always n minus 1 gaps between the numbers, times d. Or you can simplify this. But basically, it's just one formula. You don't need to tell them A1 because A1 is already in the formula. Okay? All right. So in the question before, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on, how would you write the explicit formula? What's A1? Now that you guys have the candy, you guys have to answer questions. 1, okay, very good. 1 plus n minus 1, and what's d? Thank you, Blake. 2. Okay. You can just leave it like that. That would be acceptable. Some of you will choose to simplify this more so that it looks better. 2n minus 1, that is also an acceptable answer. So both of them are good. Okay, now with this formula, we can figure out the 100th term without cranking our calculator. So what we can do is just find the 100th term. Okay, so go ahead and figure out what is the 100th term of this list of odd numbers. Hey, Josh, do you have the answer? What is the 100th number? 99? A little. 199. Okay, good. Let's practice. Okay, so this one. 5, 8, 11, 14. So just kind of go through the thing. What is the difference? What is the recursive formula? Make sure you write A1, write the explicit formula. Now figure out the 15th term. Okay, go ahead and do that. Let me know when you're done. Okay, let's start from the left-hand side. Nathan, what is the difference? D.
3.
Good. Sally, what is the recursive formula?
an plus 2.
An equals what? I see what happened.
Oh, an minus 1.
Uh-huh.
3.
Plus 3. Okay, n minus 1 is just a term number. It is not telling you to subtract 1 to anything. It's just the term number. Okay, and then A1 is equal to 5. Good. Okay, notice that all the term numbers are integers. First number, second number, third number. There is no 1.5th number. There's no 1.3335th number. There's no such thing. So there's only integers, okay? Let's do Rula. What is the explicit formula? Oh, okay, well, we know what A1 is, right? Okay, what's A1? 5. Not to the n minus 1, it's times. Yeah, times n minus 1. Okay, Josh, what is the 15th term? Just give me the number. 47. Good. All right, let's try another one. Just write the explicit and recursive formula. All right, let's start with Mark. What is the explicit formula?
A n equals 6 plus -3 times n minus 1.
Mm-hmm. Good. Blake, what is the recursive formula?
A_n equals a_n minus 1 and then minus 3.
Good. And then?
And then a1 equals 6.
Yeah. So make sure you have both parts. Okay, next. All right. Go ahead and finish this one. Samantha, what is the explicit formula?
A_n equals -32 plus 12 times n minus 1.
Good. Okay, Terry, what is the recursive formula?
A equal minus 42.
Minus 32? Sorry, A?
A minus 1.
Yep.
At 12.
Mm-hmm. And then A1 is,
Minus 42.
yeah. So make sure you have both of them. All right. Now let's look at something else. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. What does the word mean mean? Average. Yes. So we are going to find the average of two numbers. Now this only works in arithmetic sequence. So for example, this one. What is the missing term of the arithmetic sequence? First of all, they told you that it's an arithmetic sequence. So that is a very, very big clue. What does it mean by arithmetic sequence? How do we get to the next number if it's arithmetic? Add or subtract, okay? So that's the clue. Add or subtract, that will get me to the next number. So I'm going to show you the long way, and then I'll show you the short way, because the long way, you will be able to solve anything. The short way is only applicable in this case. Okay, to get to the next number, we would add D, right? Because it's arithmetic. To get to the next number, I would add D. So in order for me to get from 15 to 59, how many D's did I add? 2. So 15 plus 2D is going to equal 59. Can I figure out what D is? Yes. Okay, after I figure out D, can I figure out the missing number? Yes. Okay, so go ahead and try that. Okay, so what number is D? Yeah, 22. So then we know the next number is 37. Now, because this is also an arithmetic sequence, that means if I add this number to get here, I add this number to get here, the number in the middle has to be the average. So 15 plus 59 divided by 2 is 37, which is the middle number. And it only works in this one case. So that's why I'm teaching you the long way, so you can solve it for anything you want. Okay, so for example, this next one. The 9th and 11th term of a arithmetic sequence are 132 and 98. What is the 10th term? Okay, A9, A11 is 132 and 98. What is the 10th number? Okay, go ahead and figure that out. Okay, Brady, do you have the answer? Yes, 115. Okay, let's try another one. 100, skip 82. So this question, we can't use the arithmetic mean, because in order to use the arithmetic mean, I would actually be finding this number right in the middle of the two numbers. That would make no sense. So what should we do? Well, we know to get to the next number, because this is an arithmetic sequence, we add D, add D, add D. So then the question is, to get from 100 to 82, how many D's did I add? 3. So I can go back and calculate what D is in order for me to find the missing numbers. Good? Okay, go ahead and try that. Hey, Giselle, what do you get for A2? Huh? 94? Okay, and then Chad, what do you get for A3? 88. Good. So D is 6. Minus 6, sorry. Minus 6. All right, let's have you try this one. Okay, Evan, what'd you get for D? 5.4? Positive?
Yeah.
Minus, yeah, negative 5.4. The numbers are getting smaller. Okay, Sebastian, what's A2? 4.6. Daniel, what's A3? 0.8. Ooh, so close. Negative 0.8. Yeah. Allison, what's A4? Yeah, negative 6.2. All right, now let's do a advanced question. Let's go back to this one. 9th and term 1. So knowing that the 9th and the 11th term are 132, 98, and we also know that D is, what was this one? D was negative 17. I want you and your partner to find A1. How are you going to find A1 the fastest way without using your calculator? Of course, if you have to use your calculator, use your calculator. Punch in plus 17 like crazy. How do you find A1? Okay, talk to your partner, try to figure out a way to find A1. Any brilliant ideas? Keep using your calculator until you get to A1. That works too. I mean, if there's nothing else you can do. Any thoughts? No thoughts? Huh? Yes, use explicit formula, but how? Well, we know the 9th number is 132, right? What is the formula for the 9th number? Look at your formula. What's the formula for any explicit formula? What's the explicit formula? A1 plus D times n minus 1. Okay, so now, all right, leave it for Wednesday.